Hello everyone, welcome to Nick's Corner. I'm Nick, you're in my corner. Today, we're going to talk about Disposable Souls by Fons Jessom. If you are from the Maritimes, you may recognize his name as he is a reporter for CTV back in the day, and he also had written the books Murder at McDonald's, which is about the incident in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and Somebody's Daughter, which is about the human trafficking and prostitution ring in Halifax and Toronto. This is his fictional work of a Halifax noir story. We follow a police detective named Cam. He's not accepted by bikers because he used to be a biker, but he became a war vet. He fought in Afghanistan. And then when he came home, he became a Halifax regional police officer. So the bikers don't like him because he's a police officer. The police officers don't like him because he used to be a biker. So he doesn't really fit in with a lot of places. However, he is a morally well-off character. He tries to do everything for the greater good. However, he does see the need for punishment, as it shows later on in the story. He is a very complex and interesting character, and I really enjoyed him. Another character I really enjoyed was Constable Christmas, as we get to see the look inside of Halifax Regional Police, where there is a lot of racism, as it's an old white boys club. And you can see that even within the police department, they don't really like people of color working with them. And we have had an issue here in Halifax where street stops have had to stop because it was 80% more likely if you were a person of color to get stopped than if you were white. And there was no other reason than the police were just being racist. And that was really a sad effect of what was going on. But also, this shows the other side of the prostitution that crime brings with it. It shows the bikers with their strip clubs where they're making money off it. They hand the girls around within their biker clubs. And we also see a lot of really interesting dynamics because he used to be a biker. His family members are bikers, but he's now a police officer and he's trying to do right. His other brother is a clergyman. You could see his battle inside with faith and whether he wants to believe or not. And we get to see a lot into the world of Halifax. If you're from the area, you will probably love reading this book because you'll be able to recognize places like Sunnyside Mall, the Magazine Hill, Dartmouth Road, in Burnside, Dartmouth, when they're like over North End Dartmouth. They're also in Spryfield and downtown Halifax and everything. They're all over the map. They have a great job at putting in information about our culture in the area here, and it is very well done. As Fons Jessom is a reporter, he has done his homework very well, and his character work in this was fantastic. The thing I found hardest about this book was the characters often had a nickname, their first name, their last name, and if they were in the police or potentially in the biker gang, they had a rank, and at any given time they would be called by that name. And so I found that a little jarring. However, with Fons's writing, I found it to be quite easy to distinguish their personalities when I was reading them. He made them all individual, so I was able to tell who is who by that way. But every once in a while I'd be like, wait a second, who am I reading right now? And then I'd be like, okay, this is who it is, because they would call them by their last name, and I'm not used to it, because maybe, for instance, it was Cam Neville, Constable Cam Neville, and he also had a biker name as well. So I think it was like Sledgehammer or Hammer or something like that. So he was called by 4 different names throughout the book. Aside from that, this book is phenomenal and really well done, and I have to applaud Fons Jessom for it. I love that it's local for me, and I don't know if you can get it. If you're in Canada, I know you can order it on like Indigo website and get it shipped out to you. I don't know if you'll be able to find it in the States or not, or outside of Canada. However, if you can, I highly recommend picking it up, especially if you love dark stories about police and stuff. And if you want to get to know a little bit about Halifax without having to be here, it's a great way to get introduced. I'm going to give it about a 4 out of 5. Just because the complexity with the character names, that's about it. Aside from that, I think it would have been easier reading if they just kept with a single name the whole time. But aside from that, it was very well done. I loved it. I would highly recommend it to anyone, and I am definitely going to be pushing it at work because I think it's fantastic. So that's everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the corner, and please go give Fonz Jessum's book, Disposable Souls, a try. It's fantastic. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.